coming in. You must be Ashley, and you're Tyler. I'm Erin, and I'll be working with you. Before we get started, I want to go over the confidentiality agreement you signed in the lobby. What that is it states everything that we share in this room stays confidential except for in 2 instances, and that's if the courts subpoena my records, I will have to release those. And if either of you threaten to hurt yourself or another person, I would have to let someone know so that we could get you or that person help. Do you understand this? Okay. If you ever have any questions about it, you just let me know. This is a copy of it. You can review it and ask me questions at any time. All right?
All right.
So, what brought you in today?
Well, as siblings, I just don't understand why our parents treat us differently.
Okay. What's going on?
Well, just because we're 4 years difference, in age, and I should have went to college. Tyler over here maintains a 4.3 AP classes and everything, and I had a job. I mean, I may dropped out of school, but my opinion is that why waste thousands of dollars in college when you can just make money?
Okay.
So that's just one thing.
Okay. So, Tyler's going to college. Are you in college now, Tyler?
I'm not in college yet, no. I just graduated.
Okay. Well, congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you.
And you are living at home with your parents. You're working now?
I was, and then I got fired.
Okay. Well, that's difficult. It's very frustrating when you lose a job.
Yes.
Okay. But you feel that your parents are not treating you fair because Tyler's going to college and you're not working right now.
Yes.
Okay.
The constant bickering and yelling that they do at me, get a job, stop being lazy, and it's like, I just got fired, give me some time to look for another job.
Okay.
And they're sitting here treating Tyler like, oh, we're gonna spend thousands of dollars on you, go to college, get a degree for 4 years, but Ashley, man, she's sitting at home, she's not doing anything when, I'm looking for jobs.
Okay, well, it's good that you're looking for jobs. Are your parents aware that you're actively looking for jobs?
I mean, I told them. I'm on the phone. I'm applying. I mean, I may not have a car, but, we live in the city here, so I walk to places, and they just don't see it that way.
Okay, but do they ever give you any support other than the negative reinforcement you feel you're getting about just go get a job? Do they give you any helpful advice that you've...
No.
Okay.
I mean, what they do is they sit at the table with Tyler over here and, oh, yes, this is how you fill out this for college, or, oh, you got your 4.3 for AP and stuff. I'm going to help you write your speech for being a valedictorian. But, oh, Ashley's over there doing the dishes, being a, chore person.
Okay.
I have not seen you do the dishes once, I mean, to be really honest. Whenever, I don't know. I just feel like, if I could say this, that it's just being blown way out of proportion. I mean, if she's not, she just really doesn't seem like she's really, doing anything. I mean, yeah, she was fired from her job, but that was because she didn't show up on her morning shifts that she had because she was out partying the night before.
Okay.
I mean, and my parents see this. I mean, I understand why they're, why they would be frustrated with me. I'm frustrated with her too. Like, we get in arguments all the time because she, yells at me because, oh, mom and dad think that you're better than I am. I mean, I feel like she would get treated the exact same way if only she wasn't throwing her life away.
Okay. What's your response to what Tyler has to say?
Partying is my way of lifestyle. That's how I deal with my happiness. That's what makes me happy, is partying. But that doesn't mean that when I come home the next day that I don't show up at my job, because I did show up at my job. They just didn't want me there, so they fired me. And then when I come home to do the chores and to vacuum and sweep the kitchen, take out the dogs, mow the lawn, this is what I do. I do the dishes, and he's at school. For what? To get an education, to go to college and spend thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but it's so that I can be successful, further on. What are you going to be, you said that you don't even have a job right now, and that you're hardly, I can actually say that you're hardly looking for a job. You're just being lazy.
Oh, but you're at school while I'm out looking for a job.
Well, there are actually 2 different perspectives on on success in life. And going to college is one way to be successful in life, and it is definitely a good route to take. Going to college opens many doors for you, and is a proven avenue for having a substantial income in the future, especially if you're accepted into an excellent school and you succeed at college. If you don't succeed at college, you can be burdened with a lot of debt, and it's very dangerous. So keep that in mind as you move forward, that you want to continue in your highly successful roles. Obviously you have a good plan, and that's good. Another way to succeed in life is to work hard at a good career, that you are able to use your skills and get a career. They're much harder to find out of high school without an education of some sort. Now, you don't necessarily have to have a 4-year college degree, but most jobs that you can support yourself with out of high school take some further education. Again, it's not necessarily a 4-year college degree. Can I ask you what type of skills you have that you are applying for jobs? What types of jobs you are applying for?
Dishwasher. I'm pretty good at doing the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
I am a pretty mean cook, so I've, applied to McDonald's,
Okay.
flipped the burgers.
Mm-hmm.
So those kind of things.
Okay, so
Cooking and cleaning,
Okay, so you're mostly looking at minimum wage jobs.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever looked at a budget plan for what you can do with the minimum wage budget?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I just plan on living with my parents.
Okay, and how do your parents feel about that?
Well, they feel as if, I'm gonna guess, if I clean their house and I cook for them, then it would be okay.
At some point, I think it would be wise of us to have your parents come in and discuss that with them and see if that's truly their feelings about it, because to assume that that's their feelings about it isn't fair to them. We need to really truly explore that with them. Do you think that's a reasonable step for us to take?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so in the future, at maybe a couple more appointments in, we could see about having your parents come in and explore that plan further. Most parents, I would say, expect their children to grow up and leave their home at some point.
I know. I mean, I have a boyfriend. We want to probably, get together. But for now, it's okay.
Okay, well, and again, we want to see what kind of timeline your parents are looking at, and because we want to be fair to your parents too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the skills you're looking at are minimum wage jobs, and can I ask you how many job applications you've put in the last, how long has it been since you were fired?
I don't know. How long has it been?
It's been about 2 months now.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm thinking more like a couple weeks.
Okay, but in the last couple weeks then?
Yeah, and I've applied anywhere I can,
Okay.
any place that they're hiring.
Okay.
So, I mean, just because they haven't looked at my application yet doesn't mean that they're not going to hire me.
Okay.
You know that Taco Bell gets a lot of applications,
They
minimum
do.
wage jobs, people, teenagers that want a summer job to go to college.
Mhm.
They got to look through all of those, and they just haven't gotten to mine yet.
Okay. Have you gone to the Michigan Works office? Are you aware of what that is?
No,
My parents have been trying to get her to go to it for the past month now.
this has
Okay.
not been apparent. Could you please explain what that is?
The Michigan Works office is actually an office run by the state of Michigan that is an employment office where employers post jobs that aren't necessarily posted in the window and other places like that, where you can go in. They help you build a resume. They help you develop some interviewing skills. They help you to find jobs on the internet that may not be available readily to the public eye, and they might be able to help you find some further education opportunities as well, even if it's just in their office learning some computer skills that would further your skill set. Is that something you might be willing to do?
Yeah. Do you have the number? Give it to me later.
When we finish up here, we can do that. So, Tyler, you have been very quiet during this session. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I don't even know. I mean, I'm here because, she thinks that we're being treated differently by our parents. But, I see that, maybe there is a little bit of a difference, but it's because she's just difficult. I mean, like I said, it has been 2 months since she had her job, and I mean, it is difficult. It is difficult around the house because she says that she does all the chores and everything when really she doesn't. I mean, she's washed the dishes like a few times. Like, yeah, I'll give you that, but it's nothing anything like substantial to the point where my parents would be like, oh, good, like, I'm glad that we have some help around the house and stuff. Because I mean, I'm not really there when I have like a lot of sports. I have a lot of track meets that I go to, 7 track and stuff. So I mean, it just.
Like, what does athletics have to do with going to college? He could be the one at home cleaning the house or out looking for a job for the summer, perhaps.
But that's just the thing, though. I don't need a job right now because I'm trying to figure out, to apply for all these scholarships that I have to apply for so that I can, get accepted into Harvard. That's the college I want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it just, what she's doing is she feels like she's trying as hard as she can. But, I mean, even, like, if you were to, like, you're going to talk to her parents, I'm pretty sure they would agree with me that she isn't trying as much as she says she's trying.
Okay.
And it frustrates me because, it's always that I'm the bad person because I'm being treated better to her parents. But it's like, because I try, like, I'm trying, like, to get, like, my life figured out and to get this stuff when she's sitting here partying with her boyfriend on the weekends and being drunk, so, she can't go to work the next morning. They didn't want her at work because she was hungover and she couldn't do anything. It's just, it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
It was my 21st birthday. Wouldn't you understand?
Well, it's certainly something that a lot of people do on their 21st birthday. I don't know if it was the best prioritizing. That's something that you and I can talk about. Yeah. I think it would be really useful, Ashley, if you and I had some more sessions to talk about this. I think you have a lot of things that you need to share and talk about, and I think that it would be helpful for you and me to talk about these things and maybe get some prioritization and learn about some things like Michigan Works and maybe some further education opportunities, and talk about some expectations that you have of yourself and that your parents have of you and that you have of Tyler and that Tyler has of you. And we can bring Tyler in again sometime and your parents in again sometime and work some of this stuff out. I think that could be very helpful to you. How do you feel about that?
I could do that.
Okay. I think that might be really wise. Before we go today, we talked about a couple things that I'd like to write down and have you follow up on, if that's okay. Okay, so I mentioned the Michigan Works office and you seemed interested in that.
Yeah.
So I'd like to give you that information and I'd like you to go there before our next appointment. Are you amenable to that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'd like you to bring back the resume that you built there. I'd be really interested in reading that. That'll give us something to work with when you come back. Okay? Are you available to come back next week?
Yeah.
Okay. What time would work for you?
Noon?
Noon?
It's about time I get out of bed.
Okay. And I would like to see if you could prove Tyler wrong on something. I would like to see if you could get up at 9 every day
Okay.
and wash the dishes every day.
Okay.
Could you prove Tyler wrong on that?
I already do, but.
Okay, but
Yeah.
just so that next time I can see it, he can say, yeah, she proved me wrong. So
Okay.
so that you're both on the same page on that.
All right, let's do it twice a day.
That would be fantastic. That way, you're not having this disagreement with him rolling his eyes and you
Mhm.
saying, I do too. I'd really like to
Sure.
see that. So up by 9 and dishes washed every day. And you know what? If you do that, your mom's gonna be like, wow, Ashley, you wash the dishes every day. It's gonna make some happiness in your house. So what we're gonna do then is go to the Michigan Works office and get that resume. You're gonna be here 12 noon next week,
Mhm.
and you're gonna be up by 9 and do the dishes every day. All right,
All right.
I think those are some good steps for us to take. How do you feel about that, Tyler?
I feel like definitely, I mean, I feel like if she, I definitely feel like she's capable of doing it, if she, you know,
She's certainly capable of doing it. She's a very
Definitely.
smart woman. I mean, the way she talks, she's a very smart woman. Don't you think?
yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like I'd like to see her prove me wrong too.
Yeah, I think
Dishes.
it would be very good for both of you for her to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
I'd like to see
And-
her come in here and go,
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like it would definitely make mom and dad happy too, and that would be good.
yeah, I think that would make some nice harmony in your house. And I think you'd feel very good about yourself if you were able to do that. Because I know you're smart. I can tell it just by the way you talk to me that you have ambition and you have drive. Like you said, you want to work for a living. You want to take care of business. So you can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so we're set up for noon. I'm gonna go make a photocopy of this list. I'll meet you in the lobby,
Okay.
and I'll give it to you then, and we'll give you a card with the appointment date, and we'll be all set.
All right. Thank you so much, Erin.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.